Hello, I'm Denise LaFrance. Coming up on City Beat. If you're a trail walker, you might start to see some changes at La Llorona Park. We'll show you what is on schedule for improvement. Changes have already taken place at the Animal Services Center of the Mesilla Valley. An inside look at a newly remodeled room for dogs just ahead. Older and disabled residents get where they need to go with the help of dial-a-ride drivers. How they connect people with the community is next in our City Job segment. And new rates are headed to city utility bills. Get the details before it happens. These stories and more in this edition of City Beat. Welcome to City Beat for the month of December. For those who enjoy the crisp chill in the air, walking at La Llorona Trail will be a little different in the next coming months. CLC TV's Jennifer Martinez explains.
Walking, biking, or running on the trail at La Llorona Park will get a little easier this spring. That's because improvements are on the way.
It's easy. It's a great place to bring the dogs. There's so many great smells around. They can never. It's like a dog area for reading a newspaper. There's so many dog smells.
Early in November, Las Cruces City Council voted unanimously to amend the 2014-15 budget to allow for improvements to La Llorona Trail. The amendment had to take place in order for the city to accept a grant from the New Mexico Department of Transportation. It supplies Las Cruces with more than $384,000, but the city must match more than $65,000 to receive it, bringing a total of $450,000 to improvements in the area.
It's going to replace an existing gravel trail with a hard surface that's going to help reduce the slipping hazards, tripping hazards, the skid-proof, and kind of help overall traction on the trail.
The project includes 1.1 miles of trail improvements and includes pervious concrete. If you recall, in the September episode of City Beat, we showed you how a company gave Las Cruces a sample of the product on the corner of Spruce and Main Street, outside Brannigan Library. That company returned to demonstrate how it works.
What pervious concrete does, it helps recharge the water table, so it allows for permeability through the concrete into the ground and reduces runoff from the surface drainage.
In addition to the city's first use of this kind of concrete, the trail will receive more trash cans, benches, and doggy waste stations, making it more inviting for trail users.
I think the city has done a nice job in all the parks for the dogs, having the doggy stations available and trash cans available. So for pet owners, it's pretty nice. They're doing a good job.
A lot of people like to use the trail system in Las Cruces for exercise, to get out and see the scenery, or just to look at nature. Well, this improvement will lead to a greater connected trail system for the city of Las Cruces.
It's going to actually help the community a lot. It's going to connect the trails that are right here by the La Llorona Trail, and it'll connect to the Las Cruces Outfall Channel Trail, which extends to Trevis around Lowe's, and kind of helps out with the total connectivity of the MPO has their own trail plan, and it kind of helps push forward the next city step to do that.
This is the part of La Llorona Trail that's being worked on. This is the Outfall Channel area that was completed about 2 years ago. And this is the Trevis Path. The areas to the south have some completed areas, and some parts will go through Mesilla.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, it's just, it's my favorite park.
For City Beat, I'm Jennifer Martinez.
Thanks, Jennifer. The work is expected to be completed by the middle of the spring. First impressions are a major influence when picking out a new puppy from the Animal Services Center, and some remodeling that took place in the small breed room sure helps. CLC TV's Dominic Aragon shows us what will help you get a better look at the puppies.
Well, it's a glass enclosure now, or plastic or something that they've done with it, but it holds a lot more puppies. It looks like it's a lot cleaner for them. And it looks a lot safer. They're not just walking all over each other anymore. I'm happy that they did. I mean, it's been a long time needing to come for them to change it like that. But it's definitely a lot better, and it's a lot nicer to be here.
Everyone loves the collars. They love how the animals are right at eye level with you. They're not standing on their hind feet for attention. I just was in there on my walkthrough, and a customer was touching them through the window, you know. So it's no stress on anyone. Our adoption numbers out of that room has gone up. It's nearly doubled every day from what it was before. So it's been a positive influence on the shelter.
I mean, it allows you to look at them in a safe environment and not feel so bad for them. It's a lot quieter, I think, too.
Each kennel is seamless, and each kennel had its own drain. Our old kennel did not have that. They did not have individual drains. There was no drains at all. And the paint was peeling off of the cinder block. We all know you can't seal cinder block, so it was a huge problem. If you look at these kennels, they are seamless. The plexiglass in the front, so everyone could see them. They could see everyone. It's a seamless panel on each end, on each side, so that the animals don't see each other and there's no fighting. There's a little raised area on the back, if you remember, and that seems to be where they go to defecate, which is really good because they're not walking in it. And each, like I said, each kennel has its separate drain. It's seamless, and the water goes down towards the drain. It's sloped properly, so it's just better overall for absolutely every facet of disease control, cleanliness, stress on the animals, stress on the potential adopter. It's just better, period.
Thanks, Dominic. The public is welcome to visit the puppies at the Animal Services Center. They're always in need of volunteers and future pet owners. If you have any questions, please call them at 382-0018. The Mesilla Valley Regional Dispatch Authority's new 911 center is underway. The building is being constructed just to the north of the Doña County Government Building on Motel Boulevard. Residents can start to see how the building will take shape. The 911 Center's director, Hugo Costa, says he and all the dispatchers are thankful to Doña County voters for supporting the $6 million revenue bond to make this happen.
This building is actually designed to Homeland Security standards for critical infrastructure, and it's designed really to be a communication center.
The current building has been home to dispatchers for 25 years and does not allow for new technology or expansion. A ribbon cutting for the new location is expected this summer. In our December edition of City Jobs, we look at getting around the City of La Crosses with the help of a very cost-friendly service. Dial-A-Ride helps older and disabled residents get to appointments, to grocery stores, and other places of necessity. Today we meet Roseanne Gonzalez, a Dial-A-Ride driver who says it's all about customer service.
My name is Roseanne Gonzalez. I'm a Dial-A-Ride driver, and pretty much I provide a service to senior citizens and people with disabilities. Some of the things that I learned along the way is that it's kind of like being a counselor. I don't know. Whenever we pick up the customers, you get to talk with them and just have fun with them, and they kind of tell you what's going on in their lives. That's one of the fun things about this job, is that you build relationships with a lot of the customers. You get to know their stories, and they tell you about their past. It's really fun.
Oh, I get a lot out of it. I have to go to dialysis, and without Dial-A-Ride, I wouldn't be able to get there. I can only drive very little, just when I'm feeling good. Well, for me, I'm retired. I'm over 65. I'm 65, and so I don't have to pay. So it's free. So it's a good ride.
For seniors over 60, it's free, and so a lot of the seniors, it's something that they really desperately need because they're on a fixed income. If you're under 60, it's required that if you have to have a disability to be able to use the services under 60. And for those people, it would be $2 going and $2 coming back to your home. pretty much, I love my job. The customer service that we provide for people, it just gives me a satisfying feeling to know that that I am providing the service for those that can't provide it for themselves.
Thank you, Roseanne. You can reach Dial-A-Ride at 541-2777. If possible, Dial-A-Ride dispatchers will ask for a 7 to 10 day notice, but will work with customers on a case-by-case basis. A look ahead at January's schedule for Aggie basketball, and the Biggest Loser Run Walk returns to Las Cruces. How you can get involved in our City Minute. The NMSU men's basketball team continues their schedule in January. The men battle California Irvine, New Mexico Highlands, and UMKC. Then after 2 road games, they return to play against Grand Canyon, Utah Valley, and Texas Pan Am. All games begin at 7 p.m. at the Pan Am Center. The Biggest Loser Run Walk returns to Las Cruces at the Convention Center on January 18th from 11 to 4. Register online at biggestloserrunwalk.com for a half marathon or 5K before January 14th. And if you're wondering about our city services during Christmas, New Year's, or the MLK holidays, you'll want to check out our holiday closures before they happen. Head to las-cruces.org and click on the holiday schedules link. And a new free family-friendly event takes place at Main Street downtown to welcome in the new year. The Las Cruces Chili Drop begins at 7:30 on New Year's Eve. Go to lascruceschilidrop.com for details and to vote for a descending 15-foot illuminated red or green chili. And with the new year comes new rates for trash service for customers of Las Cruces Utilities. Revenue generated from the new fee schedule will be used to pay for badly needed garbage trucks to serve residents. With more on the new fees and other changes to solid waste service in Las Cruces is CLC TV's Udell Vigil with this month's ASTA.
Hello and welcome. Our guest for this edition of ASTA is Klaus Kammer, Solid Waste Administrator for Las Cruces Utilities. Klaus, thank you for joining us on ASTA.
Thanks for having me.
Now, come January 1st, fees for solid waste service in Las Cruces is going to go up slightly. Now, most of us have a 96-gallon trash container at our residences. What's the cost difference going to be?
So the cost is going to go up to $13.25. Plus recycling fees and taxes, and right now you're paying $11.77, so it's an increase of about $1.48 a month for that 96-gallon container.
Okay, very good. Now there's a new option that's going to be available to customers called the Compact Saver Senior Plus option. Tell us about that.
Yeah, let me go backwards a little bit. So right now, seniors are only paying $11.07 a month. So if they keep that 96-gallon container, their costs would actually go up $2.18 a month. But if they choose that Compact Saver Senior Plus container, it's a smaller container, it's 64 gallons, and the rates for non-seniors will go to the $13.25, and for seniors it'll go to $11.25.
So this actually works out better for them because they don't generate as much trash, is the thinking. So they have a smaller container and they pay a little bit less.
Right. The 64-gallon container is $11.25 a month, and so it would be just an 18-cent increase if the seniors decide to go with that. It's much cheaper, and the idea is they'll recycle a lot more, so they'll have a lot less trash.
Okay. Now let's talk about grappler service very quickly. Right now it's twice, or it used to be twice per month. What's the change going to be now that we enter the new year?
Right. Grappler service is going to change to once a month for all of our customers. So all the calendars that'll be sent out will show that it's just once a month. But you will be allowed to put twice as much volume out. So yes, we're changing from every 2 weeks to once a month, but you can put out twice the amount that you were able to put out up until now.
Okay, and that kind of makes up for it.
So it makes up for it, and what it does is it saves us a little bit of money, allows us to keep our rates down as low as we possibly can.
Okay, and what will the revenue be used for with this rate increase?
One of the problems I've had in solid waste is trying to keep trucks running. I have very old trucks, and this revenue increase, the main reason for it is so that I can buy some new trucks. residential trucks, commercial trucks, grapplers, everything, so that we can get up to date and hopefully keep them running without having to worry about breakdowns.
Okay, very good. Klaus Kemmer, Solid Waste Administrator for Las Cruces Utilities. Thank you for joining us on ATSA.
Thanks, Udell. The City of Las Cruces wishes you a happy holidays and a happy new year. We hope to see you here in 2015 for new episodes of City Beat. Well, that's all for this episode. Remember, tune in for live City Council meetings right here Mondays at 1 p.m. Plus, all archived meetings and programs can be found on clctv.com. Don't forget to like us on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us. I'm Denise LaFrance.